was so rough, suckling on her, and there's no milk, so she kept booting her. You know how they do that with their head.
الله أكبر. بترضع من
She never
الكلبة.
raised a lip. She never growled. She never did anything.
الغزالة.
Kate just seemed to know that this little animal needed looking after.
Hi, I'm Fred Kaufman, executive producer of Nature, and with me today is the filmmaker behind Animal Odd Couple, Susan Fleming. We'll discuss the making of this program, as well as these surprising but touching stories. Susan, great for you to be here today. There you are on the front lines, meeting these odd couples and their keepers. Must have been fun.
It was a really exciting film to make. I learned a lot.
Well, we're going to talk more about that, but if you're enjoying this show, especially the last segment, which was quite powerful, then you'll want to stick around. Susan and I will be talking more about animal odd
والله الكلب والغزالة مع بعض.
And I'll continue my conversation with Dr. Mark Beckloff. But first, please consider calling in with your financial support to help Nature and this public television station create more programs like Animal Odd Couples. Only here
طلع.
on PBS will you find stories.
الغزالة مع بتلعب الكلبة بتلعب مع الكلب هذا.
We have the DVD available as one of our thank you gifts for your generous support. So I hope you consider making a call to the number on your screen to reserve
النمر مع الكلب.
a copy today. Susan, what I really like about this show and why I think it's a great DVD to have, it's bigger than just animal behavior. It speaks to relationships and bonding and friendship.
I don't think anyone's going to look at their relationship with any of the pets or animals in their life the same
الله أكبر.
after they see this film.
Well, how could you not want to share the story of Charlie and Jack, or Amy and Ransom, with your family? Now here's a look at some additional ways we've designed to say thanks
طلع.
for your support today.
A goat and horse are inseparable for 60
Goat
years.
and horse.
A dog befriends a wild deer. These stories and others are turning conventional wisdom upside down. And now with your $75 contribution, you can learn more about these fascinating and unlikely friendships with the DVD of Animal Odd Couples. Join us at the $125 membership level and we'll thank you with the DVD of this program, plus Mark Beckhoff's book, The Emotional Lives of Animals. A blend of extraordinary stories and scientific research. The Emotional Lives of Animals is a clarion call for reassessing both how we view animals and how we treat them. And finally, for your generous contribution of $150, we'll thank you with the DVD and
Join us and belong.
Mark Beckhoff's book,
13
The Emotional
or-
Lives of Animals, plus the very special picture book, Kate and Pippin, An Unlikely Love Story, about the remarkable friendship between Kate the dog and Pippin the deer, featured in this program. Thank you.
Susan, as a filmmaker and as a director, you bring a critical eye to all of your work. And in this topic, you're looking at things that are somewhat indescribable, friendships and bonding and emotion. And what were your impressions meeting these animals on these locations?
Well, it is somewhat indescribable. You don't know why you're friends with, another human, but it was palpable. You could feel the connection between the animals, and that's what really hit me. And I think it comes across on screen as well. Like when Cassie and Matani are together, they have fun. There's joy on their faces. And when they were with other animals, that wasn't present. And I saw that again and again, and you really started to see the value of these connections to these animals, and that was a really exciting thing to capture on film.
Well, what also comes across is the excitement and the emotion of the keepers, and they're true believers in the relationships that these animals have formed.
And that was something that came through both with Mark Beckhoff and Temple Grandin, talking about the value of these frontline people observing and making notes. And I think it is something that's often overlooked. I mean, these are people who know these animals and see the relationships build, and they really bring something to the table.
You know, you've done other wildlife films. I've done them for a very long time, but never have we gotten so in-depth into these behavioral characteristics that are so human. And I think it's going to grow. I mean, I was a bit skeptical before this show. I didn't really want to describe animal relationships in terms of friendships and things like that, but I think it's going to grow. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's on the cutting edge of science now. I think anyone who's owned a dog or a horse or a cat knows that they have friends, pet friends that they relate to better than other animals. But now science is starting to buy into this concept. And